Welcome to Cabo Properties YouTube channel. Kushe Cabo, hello. This is Cabo Properties YouTube channel. My name is Showers. Today we want to talk about the child marriage bill that has been passed, recently in Sierra Leone. This is an amazing news. It's amazing news. It's brilliant news. We are excited here at Cabo Properties, and I'm sure you guys will love this news as well. If you do not love this news or this information, then something is wrong with you, my friend. Something is wrong with you. Something is not right. You need to do some checkup. That's the truth. But we are excited about this news, man, and we want to bring it to you. But before I do that, though, please hit the subscribe button, guys. Please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share it. It's all free. To subscribe is free. To like is free. When you like this video, YouTube now knows that, oh, this video is interesting, people like it. YouTube will populate it on the internet as well. So please do that. Click the like button and then subscribe to us, please. Yeah, we're almost at 5,000, so let's get that 5,000 subscription up. Please do that. A lot of you watching haven't subscribed. So if you love what we're putting out and you're enjoying it, you're learning anything, you're getting inspired, please subscribe to get more. Yeah, please do that. Let's get that 5,000. So that at least we can then bring you more and then more, and more. We keep growing. Thank you very much. You're part of our family now, so let's make it a bigger family. And of course, you can always watch my music videos in the description. Right as I sat here, I'm making music. See, I got my keyboard with me. I'm making more music. Got my keyboard, I got the microphone, and this computer's got Logic in it. I got the Novation as well, Launchpad Pro, literally underneath this camera. So I'm always busy doing something to entertain you guys, bring you information. So please subscribe, go watch my videos. Yeah, the link is in the description of this video. Go watch those videos and subscribe to that channel as well, and let's get it going. Right, thank you for doing all of that, for subscribing, liking this video, etc. But let's get into the main topic that we're here for today. At least one of the main topics, because I want to touch on one or two others, but this is the main one. The child prohibition, whatever, the prohibition of child marriage. The prohibition of child marriage in Sierra Leone. That bill that has been passed excites me and everyone in my team, and I'm sure you will. Okay? So recently, that bill has been passed. I think according to what I've read, it's the First Lady has been championing that. And finally, Parliament passed the bill that no child that is under 18 should be put into marriage or should be forced to get married. And this is for both boys and girls, but we all know I think it affects girls more. Definitely not. The girls are under 18, no. I don't even understand why man them really going to marrying children under 18 anyway, or why parents will be giving their children to get married. I know this is an old thing that's been happening, especially up country, etc. But surely we should know by now that that does not help. It's not helpful for the society. It's not helpful for the kids and for nobody. So I certainly welcome the idea. I support it. And I think, yeah, we need to carry on. Everyone needs to support it. Everybody in Sierra Leone, outside Sierra Leone, we all need to support the idea of do not get children to get married. Yeah, according to this, they said under 18. Any kid that's under 18, anybody that's under 18, of course, is a child according to the rules. They shouldn't get married. However, I think even if you're 18, I don't think you should get married at 18 anyway. I think you should go up to at least maybe from, say, 22 or 24. That's when maybe you can get married. Or maybe even 25. Maybe say 22, you probably have a boyfriend then, or somebody you're talking to. By 25, you get married and then start to have children. So by the time you're 30, if you've had like 2 kids, I think you're set. You've got 2 children, you're married, I think it's fine around that time. So basically anything from 25, especially for women, from 25 upwards, that's what I think anyway, to get married. That's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys think 25 upwards is good for women to get married and start and have children? Let me know what you think. Obviously, I know with the biological clock, women have got, the time that they are more fertile, they're more safer to have children for both them and the child. So that's why I thought maybe between 25 and maybe 35, try and get those 2 kids out, secure your husband, and you're fine. Man them, of course, luckily we have slightly more chance. So I would say maybe by 30 or 35, try and make sure as well, if you want to marry, of course, get married, get children, if that's what you want to do. Obviously, you got to plan, you got to think of having the children, you've got to think how many kids you want to have. How are they going to be supported with education, feeding, housing, all of that? You've got to plan that. You've got to think about it, guys, because some people just have kids like that. They haven't thought of all the other, situations, So yeah, please, guys, you got to think about it. Both, I'm talking now, both men and women, guys. We got to think about those things because it's important. Yeah, when the kid is there, you can't be selfish. Don't just have kids because you can, without thinking about how the kid is going to survive. What are they going to, eat? How are they going to do that? The schooling, all of that, the well-being, etc., medical, all those things you're going to think of, especially in Sierra Leone, a place like Sierra Leone. So that's important. Don't go run having 20 kids, man. I know people who got like 6, 7 kids. They're only like 35 years old or 40 years old. Like, what? Are you mad? So yeah, that's important. For marriage, of course, I mean, that's another whole topic in itself. People got to consider everything in place before you get married anyway, whether it's the laws, whether you guys fit each other, suit each other and stuff, etc., etc. You got to think of all of that as well. One other main thing I want to touch on, actually, talking about having children and marriage, is about sickle cell. I wonder how many people, black people, are testing for sickle cell, at least for sickle cell traits. That's very, very important because sickle cell obviously affects us, black people, a lot more. So I think it is very, very wise for people when you meet a partner, and this is for every black person across the world, before you decide to get married and have children, tests for sickle cell as well. Please do that. Test for sickle cell to ensure that you don't have the traits. Both of you don't have the trait, because both of you have the traits, it will affect your child. If one person has it, the other person does it, then you'll be fine. But if both of you have the traits, it will affect your child. It's highly likely it will affect your child. Of course, if both of you have sickle cell, well, you know what that's going to happen now. So that's important to test for. And the other thing I want to touch on is about testing for, obviously, STDs before you guys get married or even boyfriend, girlfriend start going into intercourse without condoms. So test for STDs, because I saw some information from, I think, from World Health Organization of some groups in Sierra Leone that states that a lot of people does not use protection when they're having sex in the country, men and women. In fact, I don't think it's a cultural thing for women to even buy condoms in Sierra Leone. So we need to change that. Girls, you need to make sure you have condoms, because you got to protect, you need to protect yourselves. Of course, man, them, you've got to protect yourselves at all times, because that's, obviously, there's a lot of diseases around the world. STDs are common, so you got to make sure you're using the socks, bro. Plus, of course, don't just be dropping kids everywhere, but look after your health. It's very, very important. Girls, make sure you have those condoms with you, man. Keep them in your place, wherever. If you're going to go visit a man, take them with you, because you know what's going to happen, no? When you go there. So take them. When the man say, hey, let's do this, say, bro, you need to use this, otherwise it's not happening. You've got to be firm with that, because it's about your health. That's very, very important. Anyway, those are just my advice. But the exciting thing is that this bill has been passed, and we're pleased that it's been passed. And yeah, let's all support it. Let's all stand behind it. Let's don't give kids, parents, don't give your children, to men at a young age, or some boys forcing them to get married at a young age. There's a lot of maturity, a lot of growing needs to be done. A child that is 18 or below 18 doesn't even know who they are yet. They're still figuring out what's happening to them. Why would they get married? Why would we put them into marriage? Don't make sense. Of course, young boys as well, men to get mature, men even mature slower, than women. So, most of the time. So we've got to think about all of that as well. Yeah. And look after the community, and look after ourselves, look after the country. It helps, basically, living standards, living conditions as well. Yeah. I'm going to say this in Creole, because for people who are doing these things who doesn't speak English, especially back home in Sierra Leone, in upcountry, they might see this video. They don't pass this bill, the parliament, this law, we say, we're not for married picking them where they under 18. Or not for give we picking them with under 18 for get married, whether boy or girl. Excuse me. That is a very, very important thing. And me, I'm glad for that. I'm sure you self glad for that. If you're not glad, you for glad. Because if you're not glad, that means there's something wrong with you. We get for no waiting wrong with you. Yeah? Not do that. Not give you picking for get married where they under 18. Of course, don't get any young man where they under 18 for get married. In fact, meetings say for woman for get married if they at least 22 or 25 years old. Now that's any for begin get married and begin try for get picking them. For man, himself can be 25 and upwards, but mostly me go advise a man them for be around 30, maybe 35, get married and start for get picking, because man them we get responsibility for fend money and support the family. So we get time for fend money, etc. Easy. So then continue very important for that we understand. Yeah. And you get for plan for that, you get for think of how much picking you want to get, how you get for feed them picking and how you get for take care of the medical, then schooling, then clothes, all that they get for think of. Because it's very, very important, especially salon, also we not get support from government. Over here outside media, so support them from government for support. Even that is not too much, but at least his government will support free school day, everything. You begin to go to school for free. Begin to go university, government they pay money for them. When they begin work and they pay back. If you know they work, they pay back. Salon now, they like that. So we get for consider all of that. We plan for married and get picking. The other thing we important for doing for test for sickle cell. Yeah, whether they married, another black person in particular, we get for test for sickle cell traits. If we not test and you get sickle cell traits, or to get sickle cell traits, it affects you picking badly. You go get full-blown sickle cell, which you mean you go to the hospital all the time. If you not even die, you not go to the hospital all the time. So you get for look out for that as well. Yeah, when I test that, if one person get the traits, other person not get them, then it's fine. But if not to get the traits, the chance for Leone picking gets sickle cell is very, very high. So you get for think of that. Other thing for the think of now for before now they bang, una for use condom, or at least test una decide for use condom. Test first for disease, for sickness them we can come from where you get banging with woman or man. Yeah, they use condom. Test. Make sure you go to the hospital and test for social now to not get any kind of sickness we go past to the other person. That's important because sickness boku around the world, especially salon recently. I say boku man them and woman they use socks, condom. So big when I begin use them in the day. And if you don't for use them, test first. Then 3 months later, test again, because some of the sickness not they come up where you just test. You get for take 2 or 3 months before you come up. So test. Then 2 to 3 months later, go test again for everything before you begin for saying to use condom. That is very, very important. Okay. So that day I want to talk about the child marriage. So me glad for that. I hope you say glad. If you're not glad, something wrong with you. So support that movement. They support that bill there. Yeah? Support them. Definitely for support them. The other thing I want to talk about we make a gladdy as well now about the MCC, the Millennium Challenge, whatever money where they be supposed for grant we salon for energy. So finally they say, according to what I read on Lamranaba, the journalisting page, you say the board of directors don't approve 400. Okay, let me say this in English anyway, because my audience are mostly abroad. So the other thing I was excited about is the Millennium Challenge Corporation, MCC. So the board of directors has approved. This is according to Lamranaba's message on his Facebook. Yeah, so big up to Lamranaba for that. It says and I've seen this information elsewhere as well, by the way, but I've seen it from the Ministry of Information as well. But I'm looking right now under Lamranaba's Facebook. So I have to credit him for that. So he said the Millennium Challenge Corporation, board of directors has approved the $480 million grant investment in the energy sector in Sierra Leone. Pause. Just pause right there, guys. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I think that's a great news. I understand there are concerns over, what those mean. People are saying there could be lots of debts that we will have to pay back, etc., etc. Because I know there was another funds as well approved by another company recently for energy in Sierra Leone, in Freetown in particular. So it sounds like we're just compounding our debts, basically. It sounds like we're compounding debts. We're getting more and more debt that we probably might not be able to pay. But this MCC here sounds like it's a good thing. And I'm excited about it because we need energy in Sierra Leone. Energy, like if we have electricity, a lot will change. You know that, and I don't have to go too deep into that explanation as to why. But I understand the concerns. So the prayers are, or what we should be praying for is that, first of all, these monies are used to benefit the people, so that if it's any debt that we're going to be paying for God knows how long, at least we're benefiting from it. At least we have the energy going. At least we now can, make something out of it. People will benefit, because we know when there's electricity, internet works, people are able to do businesses, people are able to communicate. You can work from Sierra Leone, for any company across the world. But we need the energy first of all. If there's no energy, there's not going to be any internet. So please, let us all pray. Let's plead to our officials, our government officials, anybody, people who are working, you're in charge to do any work around these monies, whether it's the MCC 480 million or the other monies that have been provided by another company to get the energy going. Let us all do what we can do to make sure that is a success. I don't care which political party you support. All we need to do is to ensure that these monies are put into the right places, are invested rightly to get what we deserve, what we need. So that when we're paying those debts, at least we can say, well, we have electricity 24 hours. More people got jobs now. The economy is growing. At least we can say that. If we don't do that, that's when it is even worse for us. So for me, I'm excited about it. Please, let's go ahead and support it. And let us, everybody that's involved, government, ordinary person, if you're going to be in charge of that, if you're going to ask you to do some work that's around that, make sure you do it to the best of your ability. Think of your children, think of your grandchildren, that whatever you do that's going to affect them. Yeah, it's going to affect your great-grandchildren. And if we're going to be paying debts, why not make the most out of this then? Use it the best way possible. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I want to say today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and share it. And of course, check the description of this video and go watch my music video and subscribe to that channel, please. Yeah. Let's get this channel to 5,000 in the next couple of weeks. Thank you very much once again. My name is Showers, and this is Cabo Properties YouTube channel. Peace.